Today, we're talking about the fact that you can hire an editor. And when you do that, you're going to be able to produce way more videos, which means your message gets heard by way more people. And that's going to increase your response rate. Okay. But beyond that, here's what I think is really exciting about cranking out tons of videos is that you are really striking fear in the hearts of your competition everywhere. Now, I don't say that to be mean, right? I don't mean to say that like, oh, you know, you want to crush your competitors. I want to see everybody thrive. But what I mean is when you are able to crank out a ton of videos, that's when the people that are watching you go, how is she doing that, right? How is Erica cranking out 3 videos a week? You know, how is Jim, you know, cranking out even 1 video a week maybe is like extremely consistent. You know, and think about your customers. We're in a day and age where you can't be in front of your customers every single day. This is how you build trust with people. But when you hire an editor and you're able to produce more videos, you are getting in front of your customers not only more often, but also in a really consistent way that's just kind of like, wow, you know, that Jim's really consistent. Erica's really consistent. Like, that's somebody I want to work with. So I've been hiring and outsourcing my editors for a long time. And I wanted to give you like a little bit of a look into my system and how I do it, because hiring an editor is really affordable. And even if you're not going to hire an editor right now today, right? Maybe you're at a place where I want you to know the facts. First of all, I want you to know how affordable it actually is, but so you can save up for it. Okay. But I also want you to be in a place where you know how to manage that editor, because, you know, it can be extremely difficult at the end of the day. It can be extremely difficult to manage an editor. Like, how do you keep them accountable? Like, what do you say? You know, you can't, here's what you cannot do. You cannot just like film a video on your phone and then give it to the editor. And then when they get it back, when you get it back, you're like, oh, this is terrible. Right? You do, you know, that might happen. But here's the thing. It will happen if you don't give them some instruction. Okay. And you don't give them some time to learn your style. Like, if you don't give them any, you know, example or inspirational videos, then they're not going to know what to do. So it is a human to human thing, and you can learn it, and it doesn't take long. And when you do, you can put yourself in a position like me, right? All of this stuff is like all set up all the time, right? Now, you don't have to have a set like me. But all you need to do is get in front of your camera, get in front of your mobile device, okay, and bust out like 10 videos. Like, seriously, think about that. Are you telling me you don't have 10 frequently asked questions that you could just put on video right now today? I think that you could. And if you can't, it means you're not an expert in your business. Like, honestly, let's get real. Right? Doug Houston's watching. Carlos Cepeda logging in. Good to see you guys. Welcome to the stream today. You know, I just decided to live stream today. I was over here, I was editing, and I was like, I want to show people like what it's like to be an editor, you know, and like hire editing, because it's honestly one of the best I've ever done. Let me show you what my editors do for me. Let me see if you can see my screen. Okay. So you're looking at my Dropbox screen. Okay. And let me show you the original video. Okay. So this is the original video. I'm sorry if it's loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. Okay. So I filmed in front of my TV, and the only thing I had on my TV was a green screen. So they put all this in there. The editors put all of this in there. They made all these graphics. They put it all in there. And it's only 1:27. So it's not a long video. Okay. So they made this original widescreen video, but look what else they made. Okay. They also made a square version with it's art at the end with a top here. And then okay. So you could see they make the square video then too. All right. And then we actually have the vertical version. Now, what does that mean? What does the vertical version mean? All that means is that you can use this on IGTV and on the vertical platforms now. Okay. So an editor can do all of these things for you in one fell swoop, like in one. No, yeah, it's okay. There's no audio from the video. I just want you to see that it is a video. Okay, so that's a project that my editor does for me. Okay, so I want to show you guys the editing process that I use right now because I'm actually editing right now. So let's go into this. Can you see this? Okay, so I use a video editor called Video Husky. And they are phenomenal. And you can check them out at owenvideo.com/videohusky. And when you, let me see if I can like put myself on the screen a little bit here. When you work with Video Husky, a couple things happen. Number one, you get a dedicated editor with an assistant. Okay, just think about what that means. You get a dedicated editor with an assistant, okay, to help you out with every one of your projects. That means one person is learning your style and mastering your style with an assistant who can help out, take over, gather assets, and help them get your work done faster. Okay, but not only that, let's say that you're one editor. This is really important. Let's say that the editor that they give you, they assign to you, is no good. You can't get any chemistry with them. You can request another. In fact, they'll actually suggest it. They'll be like, maybe we could hook you up with one of our other editors, right? Or if your editor, God forbid, is sick, can't come into work that day, or for 3 days, or goes on holiday, right? They'll turn that over to the assistant so your work doesn't suffer. If the assistant's not available, it goes to the project manager. It's a company. So that's the difference between when you hire someone on Fiverr or when you hire like a person when, well, my mom got sick. I can't make it today. I can't edit your video today. And that sucks. Like we wish the best for them, but damn, like your video didn't get done. And those of you guys that are business owners, you know what I'm talking about. Like we're responsible to get these videos out. Want to say what's up to James Pruitt, Carlos Cepeda, Paul Duke, El Economista, Air 5. Good to see you guys. Okay, so you get your own private editor when you sign up for Video Husky, but you also get this visual dashboard. And I freaking love this visual dashboard because there's a ton of information here, but there's a workflow, right? And over here, you see all of your new videos. So these are videos that we've just recently uploaded. And when you see the two faces here, it means the orders have been seen and they're being processed. Okay. But I love that you see that they're seen. Okay. When those videos, they only work on one video at a time. So when they see that your video is ready to assign, they assign it here, okay? Videos that are in progress here. Videos that are in review are over here. And in fact, this was the one I wanted to show you today. Yeah, I could still show it. You know, the problem is we just edited it, okay? And what happens is they're going to give you a draft of this video. And when they do, okay, so here's a draft of the video. And when they do, there's a visual editor here. I'm going to just go back to Restream, make sure you guys can see this. I'm going to get this lower third off the screen. I don't think you guys need to see that. If you want to get the software, and I think that you should. I think you should at least like try them out. It's free for 14 days. Well, I should say it's a money back guarantee with 14 days. So if you guys would try it out, you really should. But check it out. So they give this to you, okay? And then I can watch it. Oh, by the way, this is my brand new channel on Amazon Alexa products. And so I want you guys all to subscribe to that channel. It's called Life Automated. And I'll give you guys a link to that in a quick, it'll be in the description, but you can check it out later. So watch this. You may not be able to hear it, and that's okay. Watch this, watch this. So let's say I want to make an edit here. Like I say, add some text right in here. I want to add some text. I can click on the screen and go add text here. Right? Or I could say like add image of clock here and play buzzer noise. Oh my gosh. And then I click send and they get that note. It goes on the timeline here, but it also gets populated in the notes up here. And when I'm done and I click changes required, it gives them a checklist of all the different tasks that you want them to do. So now they have a checklist for finishing your video. And you got to see what they worked on. So again, go back to that scenario where you're sitting in front of your camera and you bust out videos for the day. Now, why can you do it? Because you don't have to edit them now. And so you're filming a video and you're going, man, I'm going to have to edit this thing, right? But when you come in here and you go, I am going to focus on, and I'm looking at the comments. I am going to focus on just cranking out videos. You come in here, they put them together. They get out all the ums, the ohs, the ahs. And you have a video that you can be working with here. You've got a video that is being edited for you. So this is their visual editor. And there's tons that you can do here. You can draw arrows on the screen, and then you can even say like, hey, move, put, blur this out over here, right? There's all this cool stuff you can change. I like the fluorescent pink because it's like reminds me of the 80s a little bit, but you can do all, you change the color, you can zoom in, you can zoom out. So all of that is done from the editor. And then you would hit changes required. When you do, here's the thread, right? So you can see the thread here, including all my project details. Everything's here. Okay. So that all happens in the in progress window. And then you've got your in review, your approved videos. And then you can see all of our completed videos are done. Videos that are on hold, these were blurry, so we didn't do them. And then, just all of your projects are here. You could see them. You could see them all here. Okay, so what does a program like this cost? Let's take a look at it. First of all, the link to this is owenvideo.com/videohusky. So let me put that on screen right now. Okay, and if you go to the link below, you're going to get $100 off. And you're going to get your own editor. You're going to get all this software, and everything comes with it. Okay. Now they have 2 programs, but the 3 days per week sold out. And it's sold out mostly because of my customers, because I've been telling people to buy this all day long. But you've got a 5 days per week program. It's $500 a month. For $500 a month, I want you to think about this. Because again, you may not want it right now. You may need to look at it, think about it, right? For a lot of creators, I think it's going to be out of your budget. My audience, my people are largely business owners earning an income, and you're already like, for every moment that you spend editing a live stream or repurposing your videos, you are losing money because you could be getting customers for your business. So here's what I suggest doing is $500 a month and sit in front of your phone for a day and crank out FAQ videos. Ask yourself a question, then answer it, right? What is the price of a median home in Dallas, Texas? That's a great question. I'm going to answer it right now. Blah, 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 blah. See, a lot of people think this is 20-minute videos, and they give their editor 20 minutes worth of footage. Don't do that. Give your editor 3 minutes worth of footage and make it into a YouTube video, a square video, a vertical video, okay? But you can upload 20 minutes of videos, and it's all in 4K. Not only that, you also get, like, they'll do a green screen for you. They'll do the green screen for you. They'll do the what else? The sound effects. They'll do the graphics on screen. They'll do all of that for you. So you don't have any editing to do. Plus you get a 14-day money back guarantee. You can cancel anytime. Guys, I actually use them not only for myself, but for my clients, right? We hire clients from all around that largely they're brands, right? So these brands, they come up and they're like, hey, we want 15 videos. And I'm pumped. I'm great, but I'm not going to sit and edit those. So I'll go to Video Husky, set up another account under Video Husky, and they get that account, right? And so I'm able to just have a dedicated editor. So I've used them for multiple accounts. I've also tried a lot of the other software, a lot of the other services out there. And Video Husky is by far the best. Carlos Cepeda is saying, I have a lot of ums in my video. They cut out all the ums. This is what I love about Video Husky is that I don't have to do that. I used to spend all this time going like Arrow. I use Adobe Premiere, right? So it's like, and by the way, they use, I believe, Final Cut. Okay. But they'll also export MP4s and MOVs if you're using Camtasia and doing screen shares. Like they will be as accommodating as they can be. So they're the one, you tell them, hey, cut out all the ums and ohs. They're going to do that. We've got one of my favorite new YouTube channels, Nick on the Go. Nicole Holland is logging in. She says this is so helpful. I really trust this system for business owners like us because our goal is massive video production, right? We don't need to be stuck behind, an editing game. Some of you guys, I think, love. I think some of you guys love editing, and I get that. I love editing too, believe it or not. That's like my kind of passion when it comes to video, but I am more valuable as the CEO of the company than I am as the editor of the company. You know what I mean? And I will tell you this, I've coached some of the biggest YouTubers in the business, and the ones that I haven't coached are good friends. None of them edit their own videos, right? They all have editors, and that's important. So whether or not you're going to edit today, having this in your back pocket, knowing that it's only $500, knowing that it could be $338. In fact, we had a client on the $500 plan, and he wasn't sending enough videos. Not my fault, not Video Husky's fault. Just not getting enough videos out. Switch to the lower plan and is much happier there because he feels good about $330 a month, and I'm getting 5 videos or whatever the case might be. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, for $500 a month, I was getting like 17 videos. Woo! 17 videos. Are you kidding me? That's what it's all about. My good friend, Gone to the Snow Dogs, Jessica Hatch, is one of my favorite creators, saying, do you prefer Video Husky over VidChops? I will say this, I tried them both, and I will say that VidChops is full of some really great people, okay? Had a great time with that company, but I chose Video Husky. And the reason I chose Video Husky was because of the reasons that make Video Husky great. They were reliable. My back and forth was like cut in half. That matters, because it's like when I say, hey, make me a YouTube video, I want to get a YouTube video back, right? Video Husky was able to quickly match my style and my visual expectation much quicker, much more consistently. And that is why I put my name behind them. I've tried other than just those two as well. I've tried like 2 or 3 other. In fact, we have even tried local companies that we suggested do this. Video Husky blows them all away. Paul Duke is saying, your point is well taken. Got to get that help. Paul, something to think about too. You can cancel anytime. And again, I don't want to come off like I'm trying to sell you this. When it's right for you, make the move. But something to think about, because Paul is a live streamer, is you've got a large collection of YouTube videos. You could simply hire VidChops for a month, give them 3 of your live streams and say, chop these up, into like, I want to see like 5, 5, 5. That's 15 1-minute videos, 60-second videos that you could get from a collection of pre-existing videos and then cancel at the month. So you spent $500 for an investment of 15 videos. And it doesn't have to be an ongoing thing. Here's another example. Hire Video Husky for 90 days. And so now you're in a place where you're like, okay, I'm going to put a $1,500 budget aside. Nicole, I hope you're hearing me on this. I'm going to put a $1,500 budget aside, and I'm going to crank out all these videos, right? Or I'm going to give them all these repurposed videos, whatever. And so the investment becomes finite, right? And it's like $1,500 for 45 videos. And now you have a project in your mind of like, this is what I'm working on. You also have a project management system in Rike where you can visually see what they're working on. Okay, so Susie is saying, I need to look into tips. Look, I really agree with that. And in our program, the videomarketingschool.com, we talk a lot about, especially for real estate agents, there is a whole slew of content that you could be busting out in terms of like asking yourself a question and then answering it. And you've got FAQs, right? Frequently asked questions, stuff people ask all the time. I forget where you're located, but you could ask, like, what are the best neighborhoods in Prescott, Arizona, right? I get this question all the time, and you answer the question. You say, what are the neighborhoods to avoid in Prescott, Arizona? I get this question all the time, and you answer that question. But then you've got your should ask questions, right? Your SAQs, right? And so these are like the questions that you want people to ask, but dang it, they're not asking. I'm gonna see if I could put your guys' comments on the screen here, because I want you guys to be a part of the conversation here. Paul Duke is saying, yes, cut them into bite size nuggets. Yes, I love it. I love that you can feel it in your nuggets, my friend. Nicole Holland's still listening. Good, because, I know that there are, like, some of us, there's, you're in Corona, California. That's wonderful. So I know the 909 very well. Like, I'm Orange County, born and raised pretty much, and know the area well, spent a lot of time out there. So, look, again, the same thing is, think about it like a finite adventure, right? Otherwise, I want you to think about how much time, okay, how much is your time worth? Is it worth like $500 a month? You can do what you're best at, delivering the message, cranking it out, right? Message out, and then you give them to an editor. In fact, let me show you one more thing, and then we'll get out of here because I know you guys all got things to do. Let's go back to the interweb here. Let me show you how you submit a video. So this is big plus sign here. Just click this and click on a request, and then you click the video request form. Okay, and then you come in here and it's like you fill this out. Now it's not that detailed, right? There's really like 4 or 5 main buckets you need to fill out, but a lot of this is just like checking off the box so that you said it. But you've got, let's just say it's a business video. What's the title of this project? FAQ. Oops, yikes. FAQ number 1. Target audience for the video. We go like Prescott residents. And then an outline for what the finished video looks like. Give them an inspiration video, especially in the very beginning. Like if you don't help them to understand what you're all about, like they're not going to understand it. In fact, we have an editing guide that you might like. Let me see if I can find it. We actually have an editing guide, and I'll tell you what we do. We have an editing guide and a whole training. So I'll tell you what I'll do. Anybody that goes and gets Video Husky with my link, right, whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next day, I will give you my editing guide, okay, and the training that comes with it on how to actually onboard the editor so that they respect you and they like you. I want you to really think about that, like being in this place where you guys have a good working relationship. It can be really hard. I'm looking for the editing guide now. It can be really hard when you don't know how to like guide them into the process. And so, when you know how to do that, let me show it to you right now. Okay, so this is an example of what our editing guide looks like, and I've got 2 great examples of the types of videos that I like. And then I have a note for them here, right? Like I'm open to any suggestions you have. I want them to be able to be creative, but then I have sort of like an outline of what each video should roughly look like, okay? And then I've got like some general guidelines for them to always do. And then I have some big like no-nos. Look at this. Like all text should be on the screen, should be on the TV split graphic or a full screen graphic. Like never just random memes on the screen like this. Instead, do it like this, right? So you tell them this kind of thing once, right? And I've got more examples here. You tell them this kind of thing once, and then you have this brand standard that you can use moving forward. So you've got an expectation and a guideline. And look, I'll be honest with you. If I don't get a video to my standard, I'm not a jerk, but I'm firm. I'm like, look, this video was not the standard and you guys know it. Let's get it right. And if it's not right the second time, then I might ask for the project manager to get involved. And I might be like, hey, this is in the beginning. Okay. My editor, Julia, right now, she's my girl. Like she gets me. Largely, we get videos back once and they're ready to go. But in the beginning, I'm like, look, I gave you the standards. What do you mean you didn't read them? You know what I mean? So when you can sort of manage that growth up front, you're going to have a much better relationship with them. They're going to respect you. I want to mean that the editor, it's a human. You have your own editor with this program. Then everything sort of changes. Okay. Oh yeah. Susie is saying we're both native. I was born in Memorial Hospital, Long Beach, California. Susie is saying, I'm definitely interested in this. Well, hey, let me know. I can help you get started or answer any other questions that you might have along the way. And James Brute is saying, I've done a few FAQ videos. That kind of stuff's been like top producing for me. And I get bored with it and we walk away from it. And it's like, why did you walk away? It was so good. It was working for you. But, it's part of being a creative is that we move on. So anyway, I got to get to editing this video. Now that I sat in my office today in order. It's Wednesday night, so my wife is out, and so I'm here with the kids, and everyone's kind of hanging out doing their thing right now, and I go like, I'm going to come in and edit my video. And then I started editing, and I'm like, I got to show this to people. This is really cool, and then Then the live stream didn't work at first, and so I had to come back and do it again. So now it's a little bit later, but appreciate you guys hanging out, and love that you're here. Again, go to Video Husky. My link is owenvideo.com/Video Husky, and you can get an editor for $500 a month, and it can be just for 1 month. You can cancel at any time. There's no obligation. You get a 14-day money back guaranteed if you're not happy with the work. And look, if you're not happy with the work, you still got a video out of it. Here's the thing. You could send them a 20-minute video. You could send them, a whole bunch of video clips of you and say, make me a speaker reel. They know how to do that stuff. You could also send them one video of you answering 20 questions, a minute each, and then say, crank 1 minute, these 1 minute videos out for me. You walk away with 21-minute videos. Dude, that's like 10 weeks, 2 videos a week of social media videos. Anyway, something to think about. I hope that you enjoyed this video, guys. I will see you the next time I'm live. Appreciate all of you. Peace out.